Most people try to win by being careful, but that's why they stay stuck. But playful people, they move first, they test, and then they tweak. While everybody else is just waiting for permission, they are 3 steps ahead. Seriousness plays defense, playfulness plays offense. You don't get farther by playing by the rules. You get farther by playing with the rules. That's how different paths are made. Not by pressure, but by curiosity. What happens if I run this race this way? What happens if I try this? And so instead of trying to be like everybody else in the other lanes, focus on what you want out of your own life. Because if you like how your life is going and you like the things that you're feeling, then great. But if you don't, then you might want to ask yourself, whose rule book am I playing by? My own? Or something somebody put on me? Because my whole life, I got told, be serious. You have to stick to something if you're gonna do it. And those 2 things I got repeated on and said again and again and again, as well as maybe don't be weird. But the thing is, when I would stick to something, I started martial arts and I was sticking to it. I did it for about 7 years before I was like, I'm done. 5 years into it, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore because I didn't feel like it was something for me. But I didn't listen to myself, but I listened to what everyone else was telling me, which was stick with it, stick with it. And then at about 8 years in, I was done. And then I moved to track, which is something I'm so passionate about. It's something that I love doing, and it's something that I'm getting good at. But if I listen to everybody else saying, stick with it, you have to do it for longer, I would have been unhappy with where I am. So, listen to your own rule book, which is in here and in here. But when you set a goal, the process might not all be rainbows and unicorns. There will be times where your mind says, I don't want to do this. But you have to look at it and say, am I choosing comfort over growth? Am I choosing my feelings over my focus? Because that's when you actually know. So yes, when you set a goal, be consistent. But what nobody talks about is listening to your gut, listening to your intuition, because nobody knows you better than you do. Nobody knows the things you want out of life, and nobody knows every little thing that is special about you, every little thing that you want to accomplish in this world. And so the only person you should be listening to about all of that is yourself. If I listen to people that were in the places that I want to be in life, instead of my gut, my intuition, and what I actually wanted out of my own life, then I'd still be somewhere that I don't want to be. So listen to yourself and build that trust with yourself.